This is Colin McGuigan for IFL TV. Delighted to be joined by Frank Smith. Francisco, just you waving Chantal Cameron off there. Let's get straight into it because yesterday we spent too much time talking about you and what you're wearing and everything else. But yeah, you just got absolutely pied there. No one waved at you. But you got pied there. No one waved at you. Let's get straight into it. Tony Bellew. I'm a celebrity. Talk to me a bit about that.
He just wants to be at home with his wife and kids, you know. I think Tony Bellew is going to win in the jungle.
He's going to win it.
He's either going to win it or go out after about an hour of being in there.
From chinning someone, namely Nigel Farage.
That would be funny, wouldn't it? Great content. Mate, what? Bellew chinning Nigel Farage. I wonder if you'd still get paid if you chin Nigel Farage. I don't know. Be interesting.
When did you find out about this situation, and did it affect anything? Obviously, because he works on Dazn and in these shows types of things, or was it just like, Tony Bellew, you go do your thing?
He's the big boss, and he just does what he wants. A couple of weeks ago, I think it was, something like that. But then I actually thought he wasn't going in it because they all went in it and he didn't go in it. So I don't know whether that was planned or maybe it was just his negotiating skills. Who knows?
Say in 10 years' time, when you build a bit more of a profile for yourself, become a bit of your own Eddie Hearn, let's say, would you go into the jungle and do it?
No, I honestly, I've said it a few times. When I'm 40, I'm done. I'm out, and you'll never see me again. I will literally be on a beach selling Havaiana flip-flops in Bali.
I don't believe you'll leave boxing at 40, really. Football club?
25 years at that point. 25 years. It's a long time.
Hasn't been a hard 25 years, though, has it?
But it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been a walk in the park. It's been a lot of fun, but it hasn't been easy. It's not an easy business to be in. But no, you'll never. As much as I do interviews with you, I'm not really that bothered by being well known. I actually like putting events on and doing deals, and that is what thrives. That makes me thrive. Being like doing interviews and stuff, I sort of can live with or without it. Honestly.
Just on that, doing deals, where are we at with Anthony Joshua, the zone deal? Alfie Sharman saying that likely something over the next 24 hours. Where are we with that?
Yeah, look, they're working closely with the GEA seller, etc. To work through it all. So I'm sure you'll have details soon.
The look of Matchroom January. I've spoke to Eddie. He says Padraig McCrory, Berlanga looks to be that it might happen 13th of January in Las Vegas. Who else could we see on that card?
We're still working through it. I mean, that is a potential date for it. There could be others as well. You obviously got the purse bid coming up for Ray Ford against Komatov as well. That's a fight that could potentially fall on our first US show. Amongst some other things, maybe a British fighter going overseas as well. But still work to be done. We've got calls back and forth at the minute. We need to make some moves over the next 48, 72 hours and get things announced starting next week.
Japan situation, you're kind of the forefront of that. You're the one that's dealing with it. Where are we at with this prize fighter format where it's not going to be prize fighter, but it's going to be based over a few different months? Is that the way it's looking?
That's what we're working towards. I mean, our initial push was to do a one-night prize fighter tournament. There's still a little potential there to do it. We've got conversations ongoing. Actually got a call at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, UK time, and I should have a clear picture and a plan.
Do you want to invite me to join that call with you?
No, not really, unless you can speak fluent Japanese. But Jan 20th is the date we're working towards for that.
Do you see yourself working towards, alongside, Turkey, El Sheikh and Riyadh season going forward, past this 23rd event?
Look, I think, they're doing tremendous things for boxing. I think they want to work with the best fighters in the sport. It's not about, I've said it time and time again, it's not about promoters, not about personalities, it's about fighters and delivering the best possible fights. I definitely see other opportunities in the future. So yeah, and obviously been great to deal with, but we shall see, what's next. But I definitely see they have a lot of appetite, not just in boxing, but a number of different sports you've seen with their various announcements, to keep delivering.
We'll push for time here, and tomorrow I'm going to try and get a proper sit-down conversation with you.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I'm going to try if you have time. But there's been a bit of, back and forth on Twitter, especially, that Matchroom kind of don't have a heavyweight stable as much anymore. Obviously, with the likes of Salt Acres, Fabio Wardley now, do you feel a bit, not hard done by, but do you think Fabio Wardley's maybe disrespected you in any way because he's not stayed loyal to Matchroom? I know he didn't really have a deal with you, but it was kind of on a fight by fight basis.
Like, I spoke to Fabio straight after his fight. I dropped him a message, and I'm sure he'd love to be back with Matchroom. We had a great relationship with him, and I don't think it's the end at all. Look, we represent Anthony Joshua, who's still commercially the biggest, I think, heavyweight draw in boxing. Obviously Tyson Fury Usyk's a massive fight, but I still think any of those fights against AJ are the biggest fights out there, the Wilder fight, etc. So look, we're very confident in our position, happy in our position. Sold Acres, we had the opportunity if we wanted to stay working with Sold Acres. Great relationship with him and the team, but he got a good offer, and we felt like we didn't. We had an opportunity, and it was on our terms essentially to say for him to go and do that. We're not standing in the way of fighters getting massive opportunities. If we're not in a position where we don't think commercially we can make it work. We've been very open about our position currently, which is making great fights and making the best fights in the sport. So, I'm comfortable.
Well, Frank, always a pleasure. I'm going to put you on the spot now. Are we going to get this sit down tomorrow where we can really delve into things and how your career's been at Matchroom?
You can have a sit down with me, mate. Let me know.
Frank Smith, thank you very much, mate.
Cheers, mate.